Yo, what's going on guys, it's Cynical and welcome back to another video. Today for you guys, we're going to be taking a look at a Kingdom Hearts 1 mod. Now, in regards to the older Kingdom Hearts games, we really haven't taken a look at many mods whatsoever, because of course it wasn't just only Kingdom Hearts 3 that came to PC last year, but the entire Kingdom Hearts collection. Now, there are mods that exist for all of the Kingdom Hearts games, and what's even cooler is there is actually a mod nexus for literally all of the Kingdom Hearts games right now, not just Kingdom Hearts 3. But in the ways of mods for the older Kingdom Hearts games, they're a little bit harder to create mods for. Kingdom Hearts 3 is a different story because it runs on the Unreal Engine 4. Creating custom content for that game is a lot more straightforward as people actually have access to the Unreal Engine. The older Kingdom Hearts games run on an older in-house Square Enix engine, aside from of course 0.2 Birth by Sleep that runs on the Unreal Engine 4. But on top of that, they're also run through Unity for PC, so being able to create custom content for this game is a little bit difficult. But in today's video, I wanted to showcase a mod created by KSX, and that is being able to visit Disney Castle in Kingdom Hearts 1. Some of you guys probably know that Disney Castle was actually going to be a world in Kingdom Hearts 1. We saw this within one of the beta trailers for the game, where we literally see gameplay of Sora running through the halls of Disney Castle. For some reason though, the idea of having Disney Castle as a world was scrapped, and of course it only ever appears in Kingdom Hearts 1 during cutscenes. From the way that the story pans out, it doesn't really make too much sense for Sora and the gang to visit Disney Castle, but perhaps maybe at some stage Square Enix were planning on some scenario where Sora, Donald, and Goofy would in fact visit Disney Castle at some point. Now, Disney Castle is in the game obviously due to the cutscenes that do appear, so what KSX has done is he's pretty much enabled you to be able to visit Disney Castle from the world map. So if we go down here, we can now select Disney Castle Warp Drive, and with the actual world icon highlighted, holy smokes, I cannot tell you how satisfying this is. This is so satisfying. As a kid, I was like, okay, why is this on the world map? How do I unlock it? Do I need to do like a secret boss fight? Is it 100% completion? Is it like the final world or something like that? Honestly speaking, there was no real reason for this to be on the world map at all. It's kind of similar to that of like Destiny Islands and Birth by Sleep. I don't understand why that's on the world map. You can't visit it, it's a tease. What are you doing, Square? You're killing me. In order to select it, you'll just go down to Warp Drive and then press left on your controller and you can now Warp Drive to Disney Castle. So let's take a look. So this is of course Mickey's little study. Now obviously all of the areas are areas that we're already familiar with, as of course Disney Castle made an appearance in Kingdom Hearts 2 finally, to be a playable world. There's going to be some differences specifically in the Gummy Hangar section as well as in the little kind of courtyard in the middle of the castle, but everything still pretty much remains the same from Kingdom Hearts 2. Obviously, Square Enix used the Disney Castle set that was in Kingdom Hearts 1 for Kingdom Hearts 2. But right here, we've got the little note in the beginning cutscenes. Again, those classic pictures of Mickey and Minnie right there. Very, very cool. But yeah, just the study. It's the simple study that you know and remember. Also, KSX has put the music in because there is no music when you actually visit these maps within the game's files. There's no music attached to it, so he's actually gone ahead and put music in, which is really, really nice. As well as that, he's gone ahead and attached basically all of the different sets together so that you can actually just walk through the door and boom, you're in the next level. Of course, you don't see the courtyard from up here in the corridor because of course in the cutscene it's just this white glow. That's obviously the cutscene where we see Donald walking down the corridor. So this right here is the throne room. Yes, we can walk into it. And magically, we've got Donald in his original magician outfit, just kind of standing there, as well as the servant brooms. The talk prompt comes up, but nothing happens. Obviously, we're not really ever meant to be able to interact with these guys. And it's very strange seeing Donald in his magician outfit. I mean, it's just strange seeing Donald or Goofy in a different outfit, full stop. I quite often forget that they had a different outfit at the very beginning of Kingdom Hearts 1, as well as obviously Birth by Sleep. So it's actually quite cool to see him in his original outfit right here in-game. I gotta say, it's quite swag. The castle certainly does feel a lot bigger playing as younger Sora with the camera up closer. The field of view is brought back quite a bit for Kingdom Hearts 2, so yeah, just with the camera being up so close, it makes the castle feel absolutely huge. And we are small. We've also got another note right here, the one that I believe, of course, Donald reads. The one from Mickey to say, I've gone off on an adventure, blah blah blah, find the boy with Ziki. But we can actually slightly read the text here because it does briefly appear in a cutscene. We've got Mickey Mouse's like little signature down the bottom. Really, really cool. Most of the writing is just unreadable aside from Mickey's signature. I really quickly want to point this out. The big statues of Donald and Goofy right here. Donald being the magician and of course Goofy being the knight. He's holding a sword for a statue with of course the shield. But imagine like if, I don't know, we get some kind of evolution on both Donald and Goofy in a future Kingdom Hearts game where, I don't know, maybe some of their combat changes up a bit. Donald's always going to be the mage and Goofy's always going to be the kind of defensive knight. But I don't know, what if Square Enix end up giving Goofy a sword at some point? So if we walk all the way down the corridor, we are then brought into the Courtyard right here. Very cool. Obviously, it appears a little bit different in Kingdom Hearts 1 than as it does in Kingdom Hearts 2. It's a little bit more detailed in Kingdom Hearts 2, as of course it became a playable space. But we have these topiary bushes all around the place in the shape of different Disney characters. Yes, these are actual Disney characters from a Mickey Mouse short, The Band March, or something like that. But very cool to be able to explore this. Now, how you get back to the corridor is, I believe it's that path just over there. In Kingdom Hearts 2, there would be a little door over there and the walkway. But of course, it's not here in Kingdom Hearts 1. It was never modeled. So to get back up there, you just go down that path. And to get into the Gummy Hangar, you don't actually walk towards the little topiary castle in the middle here. KSX has put it down this path. So let's go check out the Gummy Hangar. What's neat though is we actually get to explore a little bit of the spiral staircase that is connected to that topiary castle that leads down into the Gummy Hangar. This of course again appears in a cutscene when Donald and Goofy are on their way to the Gummy Ship to of course fly out into open space to make their way to Traverse Town to hunt down the boy with the key. But if we make our way all the way down, I mean there's really not too much to see here. It's just simply a spiral staircase. This is reminding me of the Xemnas segment from Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix in Radiant Garden. Good Lord Almighty. But again, it's really cool to be able to see this. And then we should be in the Gummy Ship hangar now. Bada bing, bada boom, there we go. Now you gotta be a little bit careful in this section because if you drop anywhere down onto the floor there, you'll be sent into another area, which we'll look at in just a second. But again, it's super strange to be in this space in Kingdom Hearts 1, because my brain is telling me this is Kingdom Hearts 2 because I'm so used to exploring this in Kingdom Hearts 2. But yeah, there's a lot of detail in here. A lot of hidden Mickeys, like all over the place. One up there, one big one there, one over there, one down there, another one on the gears there. That little box right there is the sort of control booth that Chip and Dale are in. Like, it would have been really cool in Kingdom Hearts 2 if the Gummy Ship actually appeared right there when you make your way into the world. Because in a sense, it would actually make you feel like you've just arrived and pulled up at Disney Castle in your Gummy Ship. But there's not too much to explore here. None of the stuff down here has collision. You'll fall straight through. But what will happen is when you do that, you're then sent out into the oceans between. And we can actually fly around with the Neverland flying mechanic and see the actual world in all its glory. Seeing a world floating like this reminds me heavily, of course, of Kingdom Hearts 3, now that worlds actually look like this in the Gummy Ship system. But it's really interesting to be able to see this in its full glory. Now, you might be thinking, why is there like a fully modeled version of the world icon? That's because, again, this appears in a cutscene. It's quite interesting. We actually literally do see a scene just after Donald and Goofy have left Disney Castle at the start of the game, We see a scene of the Gummy Ship literally dropping out of the bottom of the world just there. That's hence the reason why that Gummy Ship's down there. So yeah, it's quite cool. None of it obviously has a collision again, because we're not meant to be doing any of this. Now there is one more area that we have right here. We can fly into the Gummy Ship as well, which is kind of neat. Mom, I passed my driver's license! But if we keep going down to the bottom of the map right here, we will be sent into another space. And that is the very final area that we get to see for Kingdom Hearts 1, in a cutscene of course. The Crossroads that lead us to the events of Kingdom Hearts' Chain of Memories. It's interesting that a lot of this does have collision. It would make sense though, because again, it was used for an in-game cutscene. But it is very cool to be able to explore this. We did sort of explore this in the Kingdom Hearts 1 viewing that from different angles, the no-clip video, but to actually be able to run around in this space as Sora is quite neat. And I really have to reiterate this. Yeah, Kingdom Hearts has aged really, really well for a game so old, releasing all the way back in 2002. I know we're able to view this now at higher resolutions. I'm actually viewing this in 4K, but it's such a good looking game for its time. It really has held up well, and it's due to the art style that this game uses that really helps it age gracefully. I'm sure if we go out enough, the collision is likely going to stop. Yeah, the collision field is now well above the grass. We can even do an infinite jump glitch because of the fact that the collision is so confused at the moment. Seeing this exact jump glitch animation reminds me of that classic Destiny Islands glitch that was uploaded to YouTube like all of those years ago. You could jump in a specific area of the final world, Destiny Islands, like into a corner area, and then you would clip and just be able to like continue to jump, and get into like out of bounds spaces. For its time, it was actually quite impressive. I miss OG PS2 glitch tutorial videos on YouTube. Donald and Goofy are like, wait, how's he doing this? How did he get up there, dude? What kind of black magic is this? Now, just a heads up, if you guys do decide to install this mod, there is no way to exit Disney Castle. As far as I know, there is no save point that is added into any of the spaces. So once you're in there, you're pretty much in there for good. The only real purpose behind this is for curiosity's sake, to be able to just kind of muck around and explore. Alright guys, well that has been the Kingdom Hearts 1 playable Disney Castle mod. Thank you guys so much for tuning into another video, and a big shout out to KSX. For the hard work that he did towards this, putting it into the game. As always, I will leave the mod link in the description down below. Alright guys, I'm Cynical, hopefully you're having a fantastic day, and I'll catch you dudes in the next one. Peace.